Next, we're going to take a look at the arpeggiator viewed using the switch here. If I just turn it on with the switch, you can hear we get our sound repeating. I'm just going to maybe change up our waveform and maybe add a filter. Okay, so the different controls we have here are, first of all, the mode. Now this it only really applies when you press sort of different notes. So at the moment I'm just pressing a single note of C. So it doesn't matter if I set it to up, down, or up, down. But if I press two notes now, C and G, or even C, E and G to play a chord, you can hear that C major chord now running up through the notes over and over again. If I set it to down, it will run down through the chord. And you can set it to various patterns of up and down, as you can see, or random, or chord, where it will play all of the notes in every step. And if I set it back to one of the other modes, like up, down, you can have it go up and down across multiple octaves. There's one octave, two octaves, and so on. Instead of having it play the notes that you're holding down, though, what I might like to do instead is set it to step. When you set it to step, you can actually set the pitches within the arpeggiator section here. So I'll just go back to holding down a single note of C again. And now I'll use these note values at the top here to re-pitch these steps. So there's 12 semitones up at the start there, so it's an octave up on that first step. Maybe I'll set it to an octave down on the next one. I'll have it maybe the same pitch as the note I'm playing for the next two, and then maybe a fifth up, maybe a minor third. So that'll be there. Maybe I won't have it playing all of these steps here, but I will set the end to step 8. And because I've got it set to 2 octaves, it's repeating this phrase an octave up when it cycles for the second time there. Other things you can do are change the gate of each step to make each one shorter. If I want to make some of these full length, so they kind of ignore this gain setting here, I can use these arrow switches here. So loads you can do here to create really cool patches. Also, I can change the velocity mode here. At the moment, it will just play according to the velocity of notes that are played, so according to the key. But if I set it to step instead, then I can use these bars here. First, though, I do need to make sure that the actual patch here is set to respond to velocity values, which is something I'll explain a bit more about later on when we look at other modulation mappings. But if you turn up this dial here, then the volume will be affected to a sort of maximum amount by the velocity values of notes. So then it will respond to how hard I play keys, or how large or small these bars here in the arpeggiator are. it's a bit extreme, I can just dial it down so it's not quite so drastic. Of course, I can change the timing here by clicking and setting a different value. Or I can add some swing. So yeah, there's the arpeggiator. And again, we'll look at some more examples of this in the patch construction modules later on.